Hello all, welcome to Now You Know channel. In this video, we are going to see how to debug Java code without using fancy IDEs. Here we are going to use plain JDB commands provided within JDK. So those who doesn't know about JDK, as I told, JDB comes within JDK by default. It is a default debugging utility for Java. So in this tutorial, we are going to perform some of the most commonly used debugging options. And here are the most commonly used debugging options, which is we need to put a breakpoint and we need to stop the execution at that point. So we are going to inspect the current variables and we need to continue the execution until we hit the next breakpoint, and we need to step on to the each line, and finally we are going to see how to evaluate an expression. So here, for that I have created a simple Java program, a demo program, which actually going to print numbers from 0 to 9, and that's it. It just created an instance of demo, and it is going to print JDB demo and followed by 0 to 9. So first thing first, I need to compile this Java C demo.java. I'm just waiting for compilation to successful. Yeah, it's compilation is successful. Now to debug this demo.java class, we need to hit JDB demo. So it says initializing JDB. So when it says initializing JDB, here you are given a privilege to put a debug point at anywhere in the program. So to put a debug point at particular line, so we are going to say stop at, so let's say I wanted to put a debug point at line number 14 here. So demo at line number 14. Okay, so debug point is set. So if I wanted to put a debug point inside a method, so there are, if you can observe, there are two methods of is palindrome. Is palindrome is overloaded here with the word integer. So to put a debug point inside a method, we need to do stop in demo.is palindrome, and I need to provide a fully qualified package of string, comma int. Since int is a primitive types, I'm going to just say int. So debug point is set. After setting the debug points, I'm just going to hit run. Yeah, it says running a demo. So line number 14, as you can see, line number 14, we have kept debug point at line number 14, and now it is showing the current line, which is this, and it is also showing some additional information like it's running in the main thread, demo.main, line number 14. I don't know about VCI, it's 24. So here I'm going to evaluate, I'm going to see the current variables. This is first point is completed. I'm going to check the second one, which is inspecting the current variables. So which is I will be present, right? So I'm going to say dump I is null. So why it is not showing the I value? I should be 0, right? So that is because here they have given a note to display the local variables. The containing class must have been compiled with Java G option. So since I have not given the Java G as an option, Java C G as an option, so that is the reason it is not showing the local variables. So let's see. So object I have created, right? Here I have created object. So let's see what object has to print. So it is also not showing anything. So to quit the debugger, so we need to hit, there is a command called quit. Now the program has executed. Now we got the output like this. So let's compile with G option. I'm just waiting for, yeah. So we got, it's successfully compiled with G option, and I'm going to say JDB demo. So now I'm going to put debug points at the same line number, which is demo line number 14, and also stop in demo.is palindrome, which I'm going to give the fully qualified Java class, string comma int. Yes, we have set both the debug points, and I'm going to run. Yeah, so now it is we got the debug pointer at line number 14 as expected, and I'm going to evaluate I. See, if you can observe, I is now showing 0. So similarly, if I try to see the object which is a demo object, so which is having a final variable which is pi, and a length which have initialized while initializing the demo instance. So here with this we completed this particular option, inspecting the current variables, continuing the execution. So continue means so it is the program is currently at this point, right? So if I continue the execution, it will come back to the same line again, right? This is debug pointer, right, at line number 14. So I'm going to say continue. Now I'm going to inspect I should be 1. Yeah, so I'm going to say continue again, then I'm going to evaluate I. Now it should be 2. Yeah, so there is one more command. So instead of continuing to stop at the next breakpoint, we need to step into each line, right? So for that we are going to see, there is one more command which is step. So step is, when I hit step, the next line is 13. So yeah, so it has, for loop has this statement is executed, and it came back, the flow came back to line number 13. Yeah, so at this point the I is still 2, right? Yeah, so I'm going to say continue. Yeah, so it's continuing, and so there is one more thing we are going to see, which is setting the values, resetting the values, change the behavior, change the state of variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set I to 10. Now now I is 10. So if I say continue, it should not stop at the breakpoint, right? So since I is 10, so the loop has executed, and the main is also exited. So here the application is exited. So here we are going to see 2 more. Yeah, this is the last one that is pending, right? So we are going to see this how to evaluate an expression. So I'm going to say JDB demo. Here I am going to stop at the same line number, which is line number 14, and I'm going to stop at stop at demo line number 14, but stop in demo.is palindrome with a fully qualified string package, string comma int, and hit run. So I'm going to say dump I is 0. So I'm going to evaluate an expression which is, so if you say dump object contains 2 variables, one final variable and the instance variable. With this I'm going to call is palindrome. madam, and expect I need to give dump, right? Yeah. So if I hit, I'm trying to evaluate the expression. So I hit just dump object is palindrome madam. So like we have set the breakpoint here at this line number, which is 24. Not particularly line number. Actually, we try to put inside this method with the string, which takes string and integer. And so the debug pointer is stopped at the line number 24, as you can observe here, line number. So at this point, if I see the values from is 0 and dump 2 should be 4. Yeah. So when I continue, so it stops at the same line number. So now let's evaluate dump from, which is incremented. Now 2 should be decremented. Dump, which is 2. Yeah. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to clear the debug point. Clear. So there is one more command we are going to clearing the debug point. Debug point. So here, if we hit the clear command inside the JDB, so it shows where the debug points are set. So here I'm going to say I wanted to clear the debug point. Remove debug point. Yeah. So we successfully removed, and I'm going to say continue. And it evaluated object dot is palindrome equal to 3. So which is how many times we get into this the number is like this is my assumption. So how many times it will get into that one? So basically M, A, and D, right? So 3 times it went into that that method. So that is the reason it has given 3. So but it did not printed whether it is a palindrome or not. So I'm going to say check again, dump object is palindrome. Now it returns true. So similarly it returns false. So with this we have covered this one as well. Yeah, how to evaluate expression when you are on when debug point is at particular point, how to evaluate the expression, and we completed this particular tutorial as well. And to quit from the debug from the JDB, you need to say quit, and it continues the execution and exits the program accordingly. So that's the end of this video. So here is my conclusion. So we usually rely on fancy IDEs, right, which makes our job easy. So but it is a good to know what is happening under the hood. If you want to, so here is the final notes. So if you want to know more about JDB commands, then please let me know in the comment section so that we can have a part 2 on this. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye. Please subscribe to our channel. Sorry guys.